Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Chibigoat, and this is the first of many match analysis videos. This first one is going to be a 1v1, and I believe this young lad, his name is Dribblez or something. I found his video on a Rocket League subreddit, so I'm going to go through and analyze it in pretty much full detail. And point out everything I see pretty much, and yeah, so I'm going to do this a lot. This is going to be the first of many videos like this, and of many other kinds of guides on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and check out all the shit to come. So here we go. So I'm not going to break down every individual kickoff here. I'm not going to go too into detail on the kickoffs with this, but I will point out what I notice. So the first major mistake here is going up and flipping right there. The flip is what puts you in a vulnerable position and lets him hit it. You can see here, if you just jump a little later and hit it off to the side where you're facing rather than do the flip, it would make you way less vulnerable. That flip makes you vulnerable, so you can't get back and save the ball in time. The main reason he had the flip here was just because he got to the ball too early. So that's all he could have done, really. So it's just getting to the ball later, better timing basically on that play. So I guess this is supposed to be a fast kickoff. I'm not really into the whole flipping in the beginning like this part. I don't do that ever. The safe bet when it comes to kickoffs is to just go straight to the ball. If you're not good at kickoffs, just straight at the ball as quick as you're able to get there. You pretty much always are able to get the ball into a somewhat safe position. So this is a good play to move up and run over the boost up here and grab it, but end up hitting it early into the opponents, so you lose possession there. Smart play to run over the boost so he can't get it, but bad challenge there. Went too early into the challenge. Usually when it comes to challenging or 50-50s, same thing, you almost always want to be the second person to hit the ball, so they hit it into you, so you get the possession, because it bounces off the front of your car, so you get the ball. So that's why he lost possession here and got scored on, was because he got there early, hit it into him, so he got possession, and you can't really make mistakes in 1v1, so he got scored on. So again, with this first flip with the kickoff, this should have been a goal right here. That guy basically whiffed it. So just the kickoff is a little inconsistent. I would not keep up with the initial flip like that, especially in the same match with a person. It's always good to mix it up. So this is a good play right here. You neutralize the ball so that you can go grab boost real quick, and you pop it over him. Solid. Instead of staying with the ball here, you're gonna be low on boost at this point, so I'd go back and give him possession and take boost. And then instead of chasing it from behind the ball like that, you would have been ahead like where he is now already ahead of time. Because that's a risky move right there. Let's look at that again. This is not a great play because he barely is able to get up in time, and in 1v1s you just don't have room to make mistakes like that. Or to have close calls like that. So that was a little too close right there. He is able to make it up there, but it ends up just passing it to him because he couldn't get a good hit on it, because he wasn't really in the position to be able to get up that quick for it. So he kind of cheated, and by cheating and going up for it anyway, when he's not really in that great of a position, he ends up just hitting it right back down to the other guy. So he does well with corner defense here. He neutralizes the ball, doesn't let him get it past him, but he does one big mistake following it up. The front flip here totally takes him out of control. So I'm going to explain what I mean by control real quick. When you front flip, when you flip forward, you're sacrificing control of your car for speed. So you need to, as you play the game, you learn kind of when you should flip forward and when you should sacrifice that speed to keep control of your car so that you can adjust yourself and maybe save a ball or whatever you need to do. So in this case, he makes the wrong decision and he flips forward to try to get there faster, but that puts him way out of control, and he ends up kind of getting juked by this guy and ends up getting scored on. So he should have, if he would have just not flipped forward and was just patient and stayed with the guy, he would have been able to make an easy save rather than be all out of control and then out of position, and then you get scored on. So it's a smart play to go and get boost here, but he's really slow to respond to the ball. Like, he could have gone up and gotten to the ball probably before that guy did. So instead he ends up challenging, which is pretty dangerous, because if he loses, that could have been a score, a goal for the other guy. But he ends up just getting juked. So he just doesn't challenge the ball here. You can see he just drives alongside him and doesn't go for the ball. You just, at this point, he should have just gone straight for the ball in that position, just straight to the ball and challenged it and hit it as hard as he could. But at the same time, you want to remember you want to be the second person to hit it, so you want to go straight to the ball, but kind of wait and let him hit it into you at the same time. So he's doing everything around now. He's doing everything pretty well. Doesn't challenge the ball well there. Doesn't anticipate him to show up as quick as he did. But otherwise, he's doing pretty well, keeping possession of the ball and pushing it up. But here he kind of stops and doesn't keep moving. Like, you gotta just keep moving and keep momentum, and you don't ever want to wait to see what happens with the shot. You just want to keep going and assume the best. So he should have just left and gave this guy possession at this point, because he's pretty low on boost and the other guy just got that boost. So he should have gave this guy possession and went and got boost, so he would have been in a defensive position rather than getting scored on right there. So right here, as soon as you see him whiff, he whiffs right there, you go and get the boost, and then you come back around and get possession of the ball, because he's really low on boost at this point. So as long as you have the boost and you're back around and have possession of the ball, you're in a great position, and he's kind of in a bad position on your side of the field with a low boost. Boost is a huge part of this game. Understanding it's a huge part of being successful, but especially in ones. Super especially in ones, so you really got to pay attention to that. So he's in okay position all the way up until the pop-up. Right there is when he should have challenged the ball rather than stay where he was, because he's still in okay position here, but he has to go up. He has to keep moving up with the other guy, because you know the other guy's going to just keep pushing it forward. Where else is he going to go? So you have to go up and get ready to challenge it. And the pop-up in this case is slow enough that you could just get right up and challenge it as soon as you see it, rather than have to try to guess it. So on this play, the ball goes slow enough that he can go back and grab boost and come up and challenge the ball before the other guy can make a shot on net. So that's one option. The other option is what he does, is just stay and challenge it. That works fine in this case. He ends up playing it pretty well, but it's always better to have boost than not have boost, so always something to keep in mind. So he hits it here with a really good angle, smart angle right there, to pop it high and far. Not necessarily high, but farther than the guy expects it to go. So good corner hit on the car there. He's not being patient here. Bad challenge, because he's just not patient and not waiting for the guy to get there. So he ends up losing the challenge, and the guy scores on him, because he's not being very patient in this game in general, is one main thing I notice. So patience and confidence in this game are completely key to being successful. So he's playing well here, but he ends up being too aggressive and not thinking much about boost. So it's pretty easy to get too aggressive and not think about boost, but you never want to be afraid to just back off of the ball and let them have possession of the ball, so that you can go and grab boost and be in a more comfortable position. In this case, he's pushing it forward a lot, or was pushing it forward and doing well, keeping possession, but just a little too much, so he ended up not managing his boost well. So that it's all came down to boost with that. So once again here, he's not very patient or confident really. So he kind of like hesitates. He goes forward a little bit, just enough for the guy to pop it over him and make a shot. So in that case, you either want to go straight for it and challenge it, and in most cases, you know, like, people like to pop it up like that, so you should be ready for that. But you either want to challenge it like that or sit and goal farther back and be ready to get up and save it. So we're coming to the end here. Yeah, I think we covered pretty much a lot. Pretty much a lot. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped you, Mr. Dribblez, a little bit. Let me know what you think. Subscribe for more, and make sure to like and comment. Let me know if you want me to do a analysis video on your video. So a quick overview, actually. The 3 keys that you can probably take away and improve most on, from what I saw in this video, is patience. Just be more patient. Wait for the other person to get to the ball before you challenge it. Don't always feel like you have to rush everything. You don't always have to have possession of the ball. Patience. Try to be more patient. Boost. Always important to keep an eye on boost and be mindful of boost. That's a whole nother thing, a whole nother topic to go on about, a whole thing that can have its own guide and everything. So that's a little complicated, but always be mindful of boost, especially in 1v1s. You can easily win a 1v1 just by manipulating the boost. So also the kickoffs were a little weak in this video. I know I'm not super helpful in that regard this time, because I just don't want to get too far into kickoffs right now. But I would just adjust your kickoff, look up some other kickoffs, or just do like what I said. It's always a safe bet to go straight to the ball, boost as fast as you can, and just challenge it like that. You usually end up in a pretty solid position. So those are the 3 main keys I noticed in this video. So that'll be it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for some more guides and shit, and let me know if you want me to do an analysis on your video next. Yeah, that'll be it. See y'all folks later.